Most people think the hardest part of selling a house is the selling. It's not. It's the year before anyone tells me about it. And by the time someone calls me and says, "Hey, I think we're ready to sell," they've usually been ready for about a year, sometimes longer. They've walked through their house differently. They've noticed which rooms they actually use and which ones they haven't been in months. They've had the same conversation with their spouse 3 times and pretended each time was the first one. And then something small tips it. A grandchild is born. A knee starts hurting on the stairs. A neighbor lists their house and it sells in a week. The decision was already made. The moment just caught up to it. So here's what I want to say to anyone watching who's somewhere in that year. You don't have to be ready to be curious. You don't have to commit to anything to start asking questions. And you definitely don't have to wait until the decision feels urgent to start understanding what your options actually look like. The people I work with who feel the calmest at closing are almost always the ones who started the conversation early. Not because they were in a rush, the opposite, because they gave themselves time to think clearly before anything had to be decided. We'd walk the house together with no pressure. We'd talk about what would need to happen if they ever did want to sell and what they wouldn't have to do. We'd look at the numbers, not because they were going to act on them, but because knowing the numbers made the future feel less abstract. And then when life finally did tip the decision, the work was already half done. So if you're somewhere in that year right now, you're not behind. You're exactly where most thoughtful people are before a big move. The only thing I'd offer is this. Don't wait until it feels urgent to start the conversation. Urgency is a terrible time to make a clear decision. I'm Diane Hibbs, and if you're somewhere in that year before, you can always reach out. No pitch, no pressure, just a conversation. I'll see you next time.